Israel's fighting new wars now. They're fighting ideological wars. They're fighting media wars. Israel cannot win these wars alone. They have to have friends. Well, we are the friends. There's 750 million of us. And these are all basically Bible believers. They believe this is the Bible land, and they love this land. They love the people of the land.
Yes, but what are the practical steps that you are taking?
Well, number one, I serve with President Trump. We encourage the president to stand with Israel. All of the campaigns you saw in Jerusalem, Trump Make Israel Great, were my campaigns. Hundreds of billboards in the city encouraging the president, believing in the president in Israel.
You are a member of a body which is called Trump Faith Initiative. What is this organization?
These are around 25 of us that meet all the time with the president. He just hosted a state dinner for us, evangelical leaders. Basically, we are the ones who delivered the biggest vote for the president, for his presidency. He loves us. He believes in us. We meet with him a lot, and we, in essence, advise him.
How often do you see the president, President Trump?
Quite often. He gives us access. We actually have an office now in the White House.
In the White House?
Yes, we have an office in the White House now. And so we have a seat at the table now.
How would you describe your mission vis-a-vis the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
You know, I told the president when I gave him the Friends of Zion Award, which Shimon Peres was my chairman, I said to him in the Oval Office, you're a master builder, and you've laid a foundation for a real peace. Why did I say that? Because he stopped all the Jew baiting in the UN. You can't do it anymore. He stopped all the funding for terror in the PA through the Teleforce Act. He has united the Sunnis in a new coalition that's actually supporting Israel quietly, and he recognized Jerusalem. These are foundational principles for a real peace. It's tough, it's difficult, it will take time, but he's a very courageous president.
What do you know about his so-called peace plan, which he's going to publish in the future? We don't know where.
The president knows how we feel. We are all basically Bible believers. What does it mean? We believe this is the Bible land. We reverence the Jewish people, the sacrifices they made, their sons and their daughters made for this land. It's holy to us. And he knows how we feel. We feel very strongly about this land and its security and its sovereignty. And I'm sure the president is taking all that into consideration. I don't have access to the plan, of course, but we are aware of some things and we're very supportive.
How would you describe your mission in this conference in Jerusalem, the Christian media mission?
The media is very important because throughout the Jewish people's history, the media has killed Jews. The pogroms was a media...
Wait, the media killed Jews?
Killed Jews. The media during the pogroms, it was the media, it was communication that spread the lies of the protocols of Zion. It was in Germany, the German media twisted the minds of people to believe lies about the Jews, and it got tremendous amount of people killed. We have to stop media terror. Media sometimes makes terrorists into freedom fighters, little George Washingtons, and they dumb down the people. And this is a bad thing because it becomes a self-inspired narrative. You're telling a lie enough times, people believe it, think it's the truth. The ones who are here, they own thousands, not hundreds, thousands of television stations and radio stations. And there's a word we know from a very famous Jew by the name of Jesus. He says, the truth will set you free, will make you free. Now, these are people who tell the truth. They don't make up lies about Israel. They tell the truth about Israel. Israel is a home for Christians. Christians don't suffer in Israel. They're protected. They have rights in Israel. You can't say that in most of the Muslim world.
I understand that your father was an anti-Semite.
He was. My father was a racist. My father came from Alabama. He was raised by a father who was a racist. And my father used to say, the blacks are ruining the country and the Jews are running it. And he didn't like Jews. But he married an Orthodox Jew, my mother. But my father was a Jew hater. And my father did not believe I was his son. He thought my mother had an affair with a Jewish man and I was a bastard. So my father began abusing me at 4. He strangled me and left me for dead at 11. So I know about professing Christians who do evil things because my father was a professing Christian and he did evil things. I never could defend my mother. I was ashamed because he was a strong man and a big man. The first time I tried to defend her, he was slapping her. He was drunk every Friday night, calling her a Jew, witch, a whore. That's a bastard. He came up and strangled me and left me for dead. I couldn't defend one Jew against a Jew hater. My heart cry was to defend Jews. This is what I do now.
This is what you have learned from your parents.
You know,
in a way.
My mother, I loved my mother dearly. My mother named me after her grandfather, Rabbi Mikhail Katz-Nelson. He was burned to death in his synagogue with 2,000 Jews. Shimon Peres's grandfather, Metzner, was the cantor rabbi in the same synagogue. My mother told me at 4, Christians kill Jews. Christians hate Jews. Jesus died, don't dig him up. I named you after your great-grandfather. So I loved my mother. I know how she felt. She saw much pain and suffering by professing Christians.
And how did you reach the conclusion that you have to fight for Israel, to defend Israel?
Listen, when you're raised by a Jew hater father who leaves you for dead and you wake up crying, why was I born? And then I knew why I was born. I couldn't defend one Jew against the Jew hater, and I believe my life work was to defend the Jewish people. My life work is to do only that, to defend the Jewish people against Jew haters.
But you know that there are Jews who think that you have a hidden conspiracy to convert the Jews into Christianity.
I'm sure there's some that do, because I go back to Menachem Begin. I worked with Menachem Begin. And I told that to Menachem Begin. I said, Mr. Prime Minister, maybe you shouldn't work with me, because some people will think maybe he wants to convert you. Maybe he has an ulterior motive. Menachem Begin said, don't apologize to me. I believe in you. I know you want to defend our people. And he called it building a bridge. He laughed at me. He said, you want to build the Brooklyn Bridge? No, Mr. Prime Minister, a bridge of love between Bible-believing Jews and Bible-believing Christians. That's all. Menachem Begin believed in me. He took me like his own son. He put his faith in me. I never broke my promise to him, and I won't break it now.
I see. I thank you very much, Dr. Mike Evans. Thank you very much.
It's my honor, Jacob.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.